It truly can be seen as the flagship killer. Opponent to the likes of the OnePlus One, Huawei have done a great job here. They call it the Honor 6. Honor is their own brand and is separated from Huawei. However, Honor have the greatest phones out of the Huawei bunch, except there is the P6 which recently came out, and I believe that this phone is quite a serious contender to smartphones out there, including the top range ones like the Galaxy S6, M9 and the G4 which will release, as this also is similar to the iPhone 6, which I will explain later. No, I'm not an Apple fanboy, but there are some elements. Here you can see that this is the Honor and it's quite nice in design. You have your quite thin slide, as it's only just a fraction, and it's just so nice as the screen also comes at 1080p, having Gorilla Glass, meaning it's resistant to scratching, and it's also fingerprint resistant, as also it has a 441 ppi, which is quite amazing. The pixels per inch. And here you can see at the back, this is the LED flash. It's got 13 megapixel camera. It just says Honor at the back. There's your speaker. The speaker is quite small, which, although it's quite small, it does do quite well. And here I accidentally dropped the phone. And you can see that it's just quite so nice to hold. I love this phone when I was using it. I do still use it time to time, as it's just my go-to Android phone right now. And here it's just so swift, and you can see that I'm just going through each part of the Emotion UI, which is what Huawei and Honor phones use, which is quite great. And one thing that the Emotion UI lacks is an app drawer. I don't know why Huawei and Honor decided to do this, but it's similar to the iPhone because that doesn't really have an app drawer. It just has everything on the home screen. And here you also can search apps like an iPhone. That's why I said this phone is sort of like an iPhone. It's like a Samsung Galaxy Alpha, a Sony Xperia Z3 and a iPhone 6 all in one, because it's got the design of a Z3, the shape of a Alpha, and the features like an iPhone. Here you will be able to see the comparison, as I will show you. So if you go down, then you'll see the app drawer search, and here you also see the iPhone version on iOS. You can see it's pretty similar, and Huawei didn't really hide anything there. The phone also does have a 5 megapixel camera, which I will go into later, and it's just pretty amazing. It only cost about £200. It's always on hot UK deals because this phone is scorching hot. And here is the camera, 13 megapixels. This is what they claim is 13 megapixels, although it doesn't look like it. Maybe it's just because I took indoor shots, but if you just look at it there, then it's not good in low light, because I don't work with that high light. I work with average light. And this is the front camera. They do have something called a beauty face feature, which is on Samsung phones. I hate it because it looks disgustingly bad. For example, the S4 had a good front camera and that didn't have the beauty feature, but when the S5 came along, that had a beauty feature and that looked disgusting. And here you are going to be able to see a sample shot, and it just came out quite nice. This is the back camera, and there is also going to be a front camera one right here. And like I said, this was with lighting, however, so that's probably why it looked better, but it still looks quite good. The front camera, as I said, was 5 megapixel, and I believe it does have an aperture of 2.2, although I might not be correct on that one, so you'd need to check that. And the screen actually has 5 inches, and here you'll be able to see a benchmark with the octa-core 1.3 GHz processor. You rank at just under the Samsung Galaxy S5 and over the Google Nexus 5 and the Xiaomi Mi 3, which is pretty amazing, putting it at one of the top devices in the world. Because if you're getting Samsung Galaxy S5 performance for less than half the price, as the Galaxy S5 came out at around £500, this came out at £200, then that is simply amazing. You can see that it doesn't feature a Snapdragon processor, as it features something else, one brand that is not that known, and it runs 4.4.2. you have your Mali GPU, you have other features like I said, 13 megapixel camera, and you are able to actually have a good battery life, as it's got a 3100 mAh battery capacity. However, because of the sleek design, you can't remove the battery. Here's a Geekbench score, and you see a single core 859 and multi-core score on 3055. I'm not sure how that quite works, but because if you type 859 by 8, then the maths doesn't happen. So what do I think of this phone overall? I think that it's quite amazing, and performance is amazing. 16 gig of internal storage, up to 32 gig expandable, 3 gig RAM, only £200, always on hot UK deals because of how amazing it is. Huawei are going towards the good side of smartphones, as they didn't used to make great phones, and we can't wait to see how the 6 Plus performs, as that will be here soon. So if you did enjoy this video, then make sure to leave a like, comment below and subscribe. This is Mel here with Take My Perspective, reviewing the Huawei Honor 6, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.